many in the room feel they are dysfunctional in some way and could possibly benefit from therapy? Just a rough show of hands. Be honest. So we have a third of our audience who are dysfunctional and 2/3 who are obviously in denial because it was a trick question. We are all dysfunctional in one way or another. What makes us feel normal is hanging around with other dysfunctional people. So in other words, if you want to feel more normal than you do right now, just hang around with more people. I dial a telephone number at random just to try and meet somebody new. Now, it's really easy. You can do it in your office. Just pick up the white pages, open it up, pick a number, ring it. If it rings, hold on. If somebody answers, they normally go, hello. You go, oh, hi, who's that? And they go, oh, it's Bob. And you go, good to meet you, Bob, and hang up the phone. Doesn't take long, but that's one more person you know. If you're at a party and someone says, do you know Bob? You go, do I know Bob? I was just talking to him the other day. What a small world. I rang somebody the other day at random, and I got this voicemail, and it said, hi, this is Bob. I'm probably in and screening my calls because someone's bound to ring that I don't like. Leave your name and number, and if you don't hear from me, it's you. I dropped out of school at the end of grade 11, and I don't think I was missed. I was never in the top half of the class, although, to be fair, I was in the half that made the top half possible. I remember my maths teacher saying to the whole class, stand up if you think you're stupid. I mean, what a thing to say. I looked around, nobody was moving, so I slowly pushed my chair back and I rose to my feet. And he said, do you think you're stupid, Mr. Williams? I said, no, sir, I just didn't want you standing alone. I loved grade 1 because Miss Snedden, my teacher, that was her there, she loved me. I knew that because she'd always have me sitting as close as possible to her desk. And every time we did a test, she'd put a little kiss next to every answer that I gave. So I knew that there was a bond. 1 in 3 marriages, nearly 1 in 2 are ending in divorce today when a young woman like you, hi, what's your name? Hello, Chris, I'm the doctor. Chris, when you think about marriage, today you've got to ask the question, is this the man I want my children to spend every other weekend with? I've been married 35 years to this beautiful woman, Angie. She's absolutely darling. We just had our wedding anniversary, and I remember on the morning of our wedding anniversary, she was still asleep, and I'd woken up a little earlier, and I just lay there looking down at her with her blindfold on and her mouth guard. And her earplugs, thinking, I'm a lucky man. And she must have sensed that I was looking at her even when she was asleep. So suddenly she reached up and lifted up a fold and said, sorry, a flap, that's what you guys call it, isn't it? A flap, and said, what are you doing? I said, it's our anniversary. I said, today I'm going to make you the happiest woman in the world. She said, I'm going to miss you. I'm walking down the main street, I'm holding Angie's hand, as you do when you really cherish the relationship. And a young woman, Tracy, walks the opposite way with just a short skirt on. All I did was this. Now, again, not my fault. Obviously, this eye doesn't realise it's married. But Angie saw the turn of the head, and she said to me, do you think she's pretty? Now, I listened to that question because I'd learned to do that. And then I said, I suppose, but I'm not attracted to pretty women. My grandfather used to say you weren't old till you looked at the menu more than you looked at the waitress. And right up till 80 years of age, a pretty face like yours would turn his head. And my grandmother never seemed to mind. Her attitude was, dogs chase cars, but it doesn't mean they can drive. We lost my grandfather in a shopping centre in Sydney when I was 4. We had to report him missing. When my grandmother was asked for a description, she said he's 6'2", thick black hair, dark brown eyes, strong masculine features. Even at 4, I looked up, I said, that isn't Granddad. Granddad's short and he doesn't have any hair. And she said, exactly, why would you want that back?